How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing just as good as I am right now tonight.
I hope I'm doing better than Candace. Oh, Lord have mercy. It is like, it's snowy here. Where in my thing? Should I fix it? Or am I okay? Do I need a different picture?
I don't know. You don't take advice from me, so just do what you want, and then we'll make the best of it later and after production.
Is it too prickly?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll be all right. I just want to cry every time I see these little faces. I just did right before. I said, make sure you do the long intro because I'm going to have to go fix my makeup. It is so hard, y'all. I mean, the cases that we're talking about, because it's like the picketing, which is something that we were exposed to with my daughters and some other cases in this godforsaken town that she died in. And things that are happening are triggering my flashbacks. So I sleep so hard, and I'm missing some of y'all's lives, and I'm sorry if I am, but I fall asleep with glasses on and phone in hand. Ask my husband. And I've got it going on in the living room. I'll have Mama T on in the living room. I'll have the stand on in the kitchen. I'll have Ernie on in the bedroom because he's the good looking one. I mean, anyway, so if I've missed Sarah or anybody, you newbies that are trying to start your new channel, I'm sorry. He's going to make fun of me now. But, okay, honey. So, anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day. They're finally calling for some winter weather here in the South. So, Sarah, I'm so glad you're here. I kept forgetting to send you a damn message that I was going to go live. And I kept saying, oh, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it in a second. I'll do it in a second.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Okay, so, yeah, so these are like, gut-wrenching cases. Even my husband is like, I can't hear this. I don't want to watch that. Don't tell me this. It's hard, and you think about sometimes. Hold on, just 1 second. Let me. I wasn't sure if it was mine, because I have mine sitting here too.
Yeah.
When you're a creator, you got to have like the screen here, and then you got to have your phone here, your iPad here. I don't know. Just seems it. Yeah, he had his first live the other night, and Luna came up on panel with him for a while, and Alicia came up on panel for a while, and I was really proud of him. He did really good. He was entertaining for a good solid hour. He's a lot of fun. When we first met, he was just in this little bitty house that they had renovated into a car lot on a corner right in the middle of downtown. And it was a one-man show. And when I went in, he had it decorated in flowers that he was drying. And then he had his guitar over in the corner. And I was like, he's a hippie. This is good. This is good. And we wound up hitting it right off. So, yeah, I'm real proud of him trying to. So y'all sub up to him. It's Magnum. because he thinks he looks like Tom Selleck.
I dropped the PI.
Oh, he dropped the PI?
Yeah, it's just mad.
Somebody still gave you the PI the other day, though. They thought you earned the PI. I don't know what you were doing, but give it to him if he earns it. So, yeah, y'all sub up to him. And I think he's probably going to go late, like after Luna. So he'll get that crowd from the bar hop. Maybe he'll do live music for y'all. So he has a lot more interest than I really do, I think. Mine's always been Nancy Drew, Scooby-Doo, Underdog. You know, it's always been solving crime because my dad was a cop. And then my brother grew up to be a Marine. So I was all, militant thinking, save the world, save the planet, defend USA. Like when I was in 4th grade, for show and tell, I got up and sang From the Halls of Montezuma. I did that. Yeah, I did that. I thought I was going to be a Marine. Yeah, so I would even go work out in my basement to da 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 da. Yeah, I was gonna be a Marine, man. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Yeah, man, I learned all that shit from my brother. And I'm sure when I sang it to him, he was like, "That's great." And then I like proud summer. That's great. Okay. Don't get all excited now. Hell yeah, Nancy Drew. And what was the other? There was Nancy Drew and there's some guy. Yeah, Hardy Boys. Yeah. Oh, what was the good looking one's name? Parker Stevens. Was that his name? Or Stevens Parker? Stephen Parker? Parker Stevens. Yeah, he wound up like marrying Kirstie Alley. Yeah, no shit. I love that show. So anyway, going back to the case, my husband had clipped something that we saw last night. I'm sure some of you have already seen it by now, but for those who haven't, it's just a news clip that we'll run real quick.
Wandra being out and about and knowing about Michael's whereabouts for this entire year and a half that he has been missing. And in court, Wandra says she understands the charges that are being brought against her, but, that quote, it is not correct. And Huff told us 20 minutes ago, like I said, they will not say if they have found Michael or not. And
yeah, so I'm hearing so many different things. Nancy Drew, Babysitter's Club, Little House on the Prairie. I had such a crush on Alfonso. Do y'all remember the episode where Alfonso fell in love with a little girl and she was kidnapped and raped in a barn and she got pregnant and everybody in town thought it was Alfonso's baby? That was like, I remember like getting on the bus and talking to all my friends on the bus, like couldn't wait for the next episode. Those cliffhangers back then, they left you on the edge of your seat, but it wasn't Alfonso. Was it Alfonso or was it Albert? That was his name. Alfonso was the oldest sisters, right? Yeah. I wish I could think of her name. She was so cute. It was Albert, not Alfonso. I got that wrong. Yeah, and I just saw him. They were doing like a reunion, and he still looked fit and all. You could tell that was, who he was and all. But yeah, so that was like one of the very first I can remember as a child. Something that I watched that I was like, oh my gosh, could that really happen? When I go hang out the clothes on the line, could that really happen to me? So I'm like, I've already shown a video of my childhood home. If you ever go see it, you can see where the clothesline would have been, way down in the back, in the backyard. And I would get really paranoid, man. Are you okay? Hold on a second. He's having an asthma fit. Okay. Okay, so
Tell them what it was so they don't think I'm getting high.
the clothesline was like, I mean, it was a few feet from I mean, I had to like, dash to run. But I remember like thinking, wow, they really psyched me out with this stuff. It was like that movie that really psyched me out as a child about true crime. And there was another one that like left, and that was when you're in DARE class and they show that picture of the homeless man all mangled in the dumpster. I was like, holy shit. And the chubby guy behind me, there he went. Bloop, he fainted flat. He flat out fainted. They called paramedics, and that really was like, holy cow, So my DARE class was kind of traumatic, They should have stuck with MTV's version of just, here's an egg. That wasn't so devastating, but man, that shit stayed with me. That crime scene photo, it really freaked me out. So, Mary and Laura, yes, that's right, Lane. And I think it was the oldest one that was married to Alfonso, and she was a school teacher. No, Alfonso. I'm getting this all wrong. I'm gonna have to go watch this when I get off of here. Dang, I can't believe I'm getting this all wrong. Melissa Gilbert played which one? Laura, right? Yeah. Half Pint. Yeah. She's the one that married Alfonso, and Albert was her adopted brother. Remember? No. Wonder what Gypsy's name really is. So anyway, what was I saying about
Laura and Albert sitting in?
Yeah, right. So what do y'all remember being like traumatic to you? Because like this case to me is like stirring up all those emotions. They were talking about how the dogs alerted to this man's property. Just, the visual of all of that, how do y'all feel about all of this? Are y'all having the same sort of trigger moments? I know there's a whole lot of emotion with what happened yesterday. And I know that it's just high emotion, and trigger moments. And sometimes you just have to take a break, and I think that's when I fall out and go to sleep. I do. Hey, Dragon Mama. Has LE been digging up the yard today? Okay, this is what they told us yesterday, that they had taken large amounts off-site to meticulously go through. And then they had removed most of the equipment besides one digger. It is still there. The newscast people showed that it's still there right up against the fence where they've busted down the fence. And it kind of looks like they're going between the yards, which raised speculation. I know people were jumping on Mama T earlier because of, it was sort of misunderstood which house they were actually digging at. And when we first thought it was the couple that are RSOs, but they may not be completely 100% out of this because of where it looks like they're digging to me. That's my opinion, allegedly, and all that, but from the way it looks, it's like, gosh, they're right on. And they had said in an interview that they had worked on their car for them before, and they had purchased a white car from them. And I know that there was a white car on the surveillance, and I'm wondering if the same white car. There's also a greenhouse that I'm hearing a word on the street about a psychic said something to the effect of, it's out that way. It's out near the greenhouse. So this is like, just hearing all these different things. It's like, gosh, I wish, I know the mother wishes there was some closure, and this is, XYZ, and the not knowing. And so then I go and I look at the social medias of these folks, all of them, not just one of them. I'm looking at all of them, all four of these. And I know there is a younger, skinnier, scruffier guy, and that's, they say, is also on surveillance, walking away in the neighborhood around the same time. So were they scoping? I don't know if y'all watched my show when we were reminiscing about the Steven Stainer case, but that's something that Steven Stainer was told to do as he aged out of his predators, whatever, and he would go scout new meat for him. And I'm wondering, all these things, all these things are going on. And then I saw on JLR, this particular man that we're talking about that's in the photo, also is a RSO, and is in custody also. So that was, and he was staying there for a period of time with them. And it is stated that it was a person in the home that told. So it's interesting that they are all three locked up. So, and then there's that couple that's the neighbor that bought a car from them. And there's so many elements to this, y'all. And I shared a video. It's just a clip of JLR where you can hear a child in the background. And Sarah is just talking, just rambling about how everyone makes mistakes, and Jesus will forgive us. And then you hear this child in the background. So it's, whoa. Anyway, let me read some of this chat here. I'm sorry I had to get all that off my chest. So, yes, Sarah, it is. He has a strange name. I'd have to go back and watch JLR's thing. But what is that picture of?
Stedman and Oprah. It's for Sarah. Her comment, 3 comments down.
That's Stedman and Oprah up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Daisy Joe, they're weird. And, they sound like doomsdayers. They sound like doomsdayers, like that other case, the Daybells. And, what is going on out in the Midwest with these doomsdayers cults? And she's like, in all these TikToks and stuff, you could just nuke it. She's talking about, he's coming. The time is now. He's at the door. Jesus is here. I'd be like, holy shit, all the time if I lived with this woman.
Constantly looking
I would be. I mean, and her almost confessionals that she does on her TikTok, it's like a Catholic going to a confessional. She's just pouring her heart out. Yeah, I wonder how long they kept him. I know it. And there's something else I heard too, and I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope I'm wrong. Okay. He was stolen exactly a month after summer. Tim Mullins contacted Brandy, wanting to be her media manager. And this bitch, Sarah, is talking about 2 children in some of her ramblings. And she said in one of them, she's like, I'm sorry that they had to go through what I went through. It changed me. And I'm like, who are you talking about? What did you do? and they lowered her bond. It was $1 million, and they lowered it to 500. What if they put her on an ankle bracelet? That happened in my daughter's murder. They gave this asshole an ankle monitor, and he goes out and he robs people, steals some cars or some shit, and just creates all kinds of more charges. And they kept letting him out on a monitor. And they said, well, it's based on, no, this is something I didn't know until then. Okay. This is something that I didn't know until then, was they told me it's not based on the charge per se. It's based off if they are a flight risk. And they told me, look, this guy that shot your daughter is from here. He grew up here. His mama lives here. His grandmama lives here. He ain't going anywhere. That's why they have bail. And I was like, or bond or whatever. And I was like, oh, so that's why they kept letting him out. What do y'all think about that? He killed someone. Yes, I shot her. The shells are in his lap. And he can be eating popcorn at the movie theater right beside you next day. How do y'all feel about that? That's what it's based off of, if you're a flight risk. So apparently they don't feel she's a flight risk, and they lowered it. She's a freak. Why does she have to be named Sarah? I know it. I know it. Does she spell it different at least? Let's give her a new name. Thank you for subbing. We appreciate that. Sarah Smiles, we won't hold that against you. Nope. Lock, yeah, no, really. Lock them up. And another thing that these confessionals, she's going on and on and on about, it's always about forgiveness. So it's like she's trying to convince herself with what she's saying that he's going to forgive her. And I don't know. But another thing that me and my husband were talking about when we were watching JLR was the man's not physically fit, y'all. Okay, I know I'm not. I ain't trying to say nothing. I get it. I'm juicy. He's real juicy, like real. He ain't done yet. He's juicy. He ain't cooked through. And there's no way he would be out there digging. Have y'all ever tried to dig a fresh hole ever? Like, gardening or whatever. I mean, y'all tell me. I don't think he looks physically fit. There had to have been someone with more brawn or with more zealous, because this man lays constantly. He's constantly laying instead of sitting up like this because of his size. I'm not body shaming, but I'm saying this man did not dig a hole. So I'm thinking, is it all her? But yet there's a TikTok of her saying, "Stop being mean, boo-boo." And he jerks back and he goes, "She doesn't think I'm kidding," or something like that. So you can kind of see his temper. And he does have IED with Asperger's. And he's done said, "Look, I have a temper I can't control," in a letter to the judge when he was arrested for other charges. And he was trying to get leniency on those charges. And he's explaining how he can't control his temper and sometimes he makes mistakes. And so you have his temper, their buddy that's a RSO, their neighbors are RSO, and then you got the whack job who thinks Jesus is at the door. Yeah, so I'm juicy too. I take 10 steps on that one. I know it. I'm like, help me, honey. I gotta go to the bathroom. No, I'm kidding. It's funny. Keep their butts behind bars and let them roll on each other. Hell yeah. Sarah with an H. Is it really? That's a typo. She's not worthy of an H. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. His IQ, he said, was 62. His IQ was big enough to know that he wanted to beg for leniency and use it as his weapon. You know, I'm mentally ill, you know, and if I go into psychosis and I kill somebody, I hope I don't get maximum either. But, and I know when you're in that moment, you don't have control. You don't. And you really think that what you're seeing is real. And you think that what you're hearing is real. And the people trying to tell you that it's not you're paranoid of them. And so you don't believe them. You think they're the bad people. And so I can see, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say, Magnum. I mean, I guess I'm trying to say, you know, I'm mentally ill, and if that happened to me, I would want leniency, but not if I killed a child. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I had robbed somebody or something like that, you know, but you know, a child. I mean, I don't know. I would probably want the death penalty. I'd want to die. I wouldn't want to live with that. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. That's Magnum's channel there. Hey, October baby, if y'all want to sub up, thank you, Stan, for subbing up to Magnum. Isn't that the name of a condom? I might have some clips. I'm just kidding. Yes, definitely. Yeah, take my life. I mean, if I have gone that bananas, I don't deserve, you know, come on. I've got the devil in me. If I've done something like that, I have the devil in me and I want to die. I'm not safe. Yes, I totally agree with you. Yeah. You know, she is being, having to undergo a psych evaluation. You know, when she was up at her first appearance today, she said, they go, are you Sarah Wandra? And she said, I'm Stacy Wandra. And they're like, what? She's like, oh, I'm Sarah. And at one point, didn't they say that the judge told her to go sober up and come back or something like that? She needed to sober up or something like that. Yeah. There's some video of it somewhere. I'll have to ask Ken if he's got it. But hold on a second. Let me see if I can. I'm going to play it on my phone because I know where everything's at here. See, it's on my community wall here. Yeah, right here. I want y'all to see this. Commercial.
Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am covering the Michael Vaughn case out of Fruitland, Idaho. Please subscribe to my channel. I have lots of videos about this case, in particular about Sandra and Casey Wandra. I've been digging in very, very deeply on the neighbors of the Vaughns. Sarah Wandra was just arrested by authorities, charged with failing to notify law enforcement of a death in connection to Michael Vaughn. Lots of videos I've been posting, digging into their background. People have been providing me tips and information about the Wandras. And I got a tip from an individual about a video that Sarah posted on her TikTok. They said,
Check this out.
Check this out.
Yeah, check this out.
I checked it out, and I'm going to share this video with everyone here now.
And I shared this on my community wall, so you can see it yourself close up.
Her glasses. She's wearing glasses, and you can see while she's talking, there's people in her background in the reflection of her glasses. Also, listen to, I'm about to play the video. Listen to about 8 seconds into the video, you can hear a sound. And I'll share the video now, and then we will discuss.
You're putting yourself outside of grace. Because none of us, because if you don't fulfill every dot of the law, then you're breaking the whole law. So
Did y'all hear that kid?
the only one that was able to uphold the whole law was Jesus. And so that's why we got to put our faith in Jesus, because if we think we can put our faith in ourselves upholding the law, you already failed, because every single person's told a white lie or told a lie or sinned in some way. So unless you can say you're completely not a sinner, you can't uphold that law.
You could see faces in the reflection.
So if you go to my community wall, it's there. And in the video, you can see a gray-headed man. Looks like the neighbor. So, yeah. It is the name of a condom. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
You can definitely hear a child in the background. I listened to the sound 4 times earlier. Yes. I wondered if it was an animal. No, only because it's possible since she has 7. Is that cats or dogs? Also, one of her videos had another young child running around in the house. She did. Who? Okay, this is why I think there might be 2. And that's why I'm wrong, probably. Cats. Okay. And maybe the cat was in heat, because that's a definite kind of
Mom.
I don't know, but in the Ring video is a little girl in one of her things. So that's made me think, and she's talking about 2, and she said a boy and a girl. But then someone said in one of the comments that she's talking about one of her friends. Something happened to one of her friends' kids. So I don't know. This is just going to be a whole lot of layers. Y'all tell me what y'all are hearing on the YouTube streets, and as y'all are cooking and cleaning, and what are y'all hearing? That's all the stuff that I've put it all on my community wall if you want to go and check out any of it. And there's probably additional footage of the where the fence is and the equipment that is still there. It looked like they were talking about being focused on just one more small area, and then they're out of there. So fingers crossed, that in both these 2 cases, these people sifting through, we're talking needles and haystacks, y'all. I mean, back in my 20s, I had awesome vision. And that, I could totally see. But like when you're talking about rain, and they said it had snowed, and my gosh, y'all, this ground was compact, that they're going through. It's on a TikTok collage. I can find the video. Cats can make moan or growl sounds too. Oh, I couldn't guess with certainty. Wow. Okay, well, maybe it's not a child. Maybe that child in her house was a relative. Yep. Yeah. They say that the house belongs to the Ramseys, and she is a Ramsey. So I'm assuming that Her family maybe owns it and she rents from them, maybe. I don't know. It's on a TikTok collage. I can find the video. Okay, I just read that. Could be a child still. I couldn't. Yeah, I know. I know. There's so much. Yeah, I know. I thought that too. Colorado, Utah, Idaho. A lot of FLDS out in those areas. I know you are tired of hearing me talk about that, so I won't. But these doomsdayers, they seem to be behind a lot of these, y'all, here lately. Drop Sarah a link. I want to hear what she says about this the cat and stuff.
Okay.
Because I don't know anything about that.
That's for Sarah. That's not a condom. Say it.
Sarah, it wasn't Sarah that said it was a condom. It was Jimbo.
I think they all said
it. Yeah. Drop her a link, please, or I'll do it. I can do it. Somebody didn't take their selects off. Why don't you wear shirts like that anymore? You look so handsome in them, and they look comfortable.
My hernia sticks out the buttonhole.
No one would mind. I like to hear about FLDS. I just started watching videos to learn more. Yeah.
Sarah.
There is a link there, Sarah, if you want to come up and convince me that was a cat. I'm just kidding. Now come on up and talk to me. My resolution's bad today. I bet it's because it's dark in here. There she is.
Oh, just bear with me. I'm bundling up. It's cold as hell.
Oh, can't wait for it to get cold like that here.
It was just 73 degrees the other day. 73, and now it's freezing.
Do you have excuse me? Do you have any snow?
Oh no, nothing like that yet. I mean, it's weird here. It could go. I could possibly not have any snow for months, or it could hit, in a couple weeks. It's just like that. It's a New England thing. Some years, I think the year before last, we didn't even need any plowing or anything. And then some years you're buried. It's just weird like that. I'm not a fan of snow,
chowder?
though. I'd rather be in Florida.
Do you like chowder?
I do make chowder. It's a thing here. Yeah.
Chowder.
New England clam chowder.
I actually prefer chicken corn chowder. I like to make that.
Oh, I love that. That's one of my favorites.
See, this is the season where you can bust out all your stews and thick soups and biscuits and all that shit. That's what I like about cold.
Oh, yeah. I love to cook when it's not hot. But when it's hot outside, I just...
Oh, yeah. It makes my whole house too hot,
Yeah.
It's the season now. It's the cooking season.
Oh, yeah. And bacon. And I love using my crock pot.
Crock pot. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking.
Getting to smell it all day long.
You got it. Sure. I have so many crock pots. I even have a triple crock pot too. It's mainly for holidays and parties and stuff like that. But it's pretty handy to have one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving or something. You put your potatoes and gravies and all that. And yeah, it's handy.
Daisy Joe said we got a couple of inches the other night. Only stuck to the grass, but it was beautiful. Big fluffy flakes, drizzling rain, and gloomy out today. Yeah, that's what it's doing here. Just rain and blah.
I didn't even think of that some people would have snow. Wow.
Well, they're saying something's going to blanket the whole U.S., so some storms are coming.
You know what? standing outside right now, and I gotta say, it has that. I can feel when snow's coming. Almost, it has like a crisp. It's hard to describe, except for this crisp feeling. It almost kind of feels like it right now. That it could. Maybe I should
Do you
watch
have
my
your
own.
tree up?
Oh no, I'm a little behind on that. I saw
Okay.
one person on here has like 4 trees in their living room already, and I'm like, damn,
Wow.
she's the winner. Living room. Are you?
I scored one for $5 at the thrift store. A
I'm
huge ass one too. It's big. It took us for get that sucker off. I had to move this chair. I moved this chair.
I actually went to the thrift store today with the intent to make a video. I was like, I'm gonna make a thrift store video. I freaking love thrift stores, but they're like,
Yeah.
so I went in, and I was all excited. And, I had a free moment, and I'm like, they're like, we're closed today. I'm like, what? No, you're not. I was in denial.
Bummer.
They were setting up for a big the Christmas bazaar sales, and they'll be open Thursday. But
Oh, you'll get a good deal though.
they always have brand new stuff like for that you can buy for gifts, which I actually bought a lot of gifts last year. That because they get good donations of new things, new toys, new stuff, new the whole church. It's like a church thrift store, and it's really big. And then they
Yeah.
have all the Christmas decor and stuff like that. So maybe I'll be able to do a video then, But it's only going to be when they do Christmas stuff. It's only Christmas stuff. Like in the outdoor section, there's a big outdoor section, which is pretty cool. They have tents out there, for thrifting outside.
I would
And
love to see that. Yeah, do that.
Like, you gave me the idea, and I was thinking of you, and that I'm going to do that. And that's why I got a little disappointed that they were closed, but because I was all ready for it, of course.
I'm addicted to that. I mean, because if I can get it and get a deal, it's kind of a rush. You know what I mean? It's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that's like the one that I was going to today. There's a lot of them around here. That's like the best price one. Like you go in and you can have like a couple dollars, and if you only have a couple dollars in your pocket, you could actually leave with stuff and feel good like you bought something.
That's right. That's right. My husband will go in there with $5 and he'll go, "How much you want for that?" It's like,
yeah, a lot of
$5,
people do that. I'm not really good at the wheel and deal and stuff, but a lot of people do that. Like, we take $1 for this. Some people do it a little too crazy.
He's car salesman, so he's got to do it. He's got to do it. She'll roll her eyes like, "What do you got?"
Business, it's
yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's something we've always enjoyed doing together. And he finds stuff that I wouldn't find because I'm more into like the furniture and housewares and that kind of thing, and he finds little shit that turns out to be something.
Yeah, I like to look for. I'll look for things that I know have a value, like that has resale value, and it doesn't even mean I'm going to sell it. It's just that's my problem. It's like I'll buy. Oh, this is cool and it's worth money. Like people will be like, "Well, why'd you buy it?" I'm like, "Cause it's worth money."
Show them.
I don't have a camera over here.
Well, I don't know what it is.
Well, ask them what they can tell you what it is.
You know what this is? Anybody?
Tell them I got it for 50 cents.
Let me see. Might be able to.
He got it for 50 cents at a thrift store.
Let me see. Okay, I thought it was a salt and pepper, and then I thought canteen of some sort. It's Chinese. Let me see. Okay, come on. I see the top. It looks silver. Let me see what the top does. Do those come off?
No.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. Would be stored in there some kind of a tea? I don't know. What is that for? I don't know that thing.
The World War II.
I totally would have bought that.
They can't hear you.
I'm telling you.
But they can't hear you.
You tell them. World War II.
World War II.
Japanese. Rifleman's. Gun lube. It's worth like $300 from eBay.
Do you remember Mr. Haney?
Oh, I got like that.
Artificial genuine.
That's
what
cool.
that's what I'm like. Oh yeah, he got it at that thrift store that we're telling you about.
Is it made out of tin? Is it made out of tin?
Metal?
Aluminum tin?
Maybe.
Yeah,
it's definitely heavy.
Rifle oil. One side was to pour it in and one side to pour it out.
Well, interesting because I have a couple things. I have something similar. I bought that it's for a gun, and I don't even know what it is, but it's old and it's for a gun. So I bought it. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna see if I have
Daisy Joe says they never get snow there this early. Really, we usually get snow at Thanksgiving, and then we won't get it again until like January.
Oh.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah. It's
know.
been too warm here for me. I wish it would get colder.
You want it to be colder?
Yeah, I do. I'm sick of the summer. I'm over it now. I'm in the
Yeah.
South.
You want to show them our Christmas tree?
I sweat a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Stop. Ken, please stop.
There, that's our Christmas tree. Show them.
Yeah, they've seen it. I've made a short of it.
Okay.
He just interrupts me. It drives me crazy. That's why I made him go get his own channel.
I always like in the back.
What is that?
It's for a gun. That's why I got it.
Oh, cool.
It's from 1937.
You
It
see
says
that?
hot nitro powder solvent.
Very
You see it?
cool.
Kind of
Yeah.
dark out here. And then I got this liniment, Sloan's liniment. I looked it up. It still has the liquid in it.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that weird? The label's screwed up, but see that guy on there?
Oh, my gosh. That is
What?
awesome.
Well,
That's
I
probably
actually-
moonshine.
No.
It says Dr. Earl Sloan's famous liniment.
Oh, my
US
gosh.
No, it's still in there, the liniment, but I wouldn't use it.
And you got all this at a thrift store?
Yeah, and I have
I
I
love
have
that shit. That is awesome.
a very huge collection of I collect antique medicine bottles and medicine, so I have like some old like anything I can find, any kind of containers or anything like that, little bottles. I have no idea
Now,
what.
Ken found when we were picking a what do you call it, a briefcase, and you open it up and it had all these different bottles of meds in it.
Yeah.
Oh my
it was,
god, I would have died to buy that. I
Yeah.
totally-
Traveling's pharmacy salesman sample
Oh.
box.
It was, yeah.
No way! I'm always looking for pharmacy stuff. I
What
would have
happened?
died.
No, we sold it, I think. Or
We left it at the apartment probably.
Nobody is interested in it.
Oh man,
Stuff.
that's what I'm looking for. That stuff like that, pharmaceutical
He
stuff.
got a war helmet one time. He gets
That's
stuff like that, like you do, and I just get like furnishings and stuff.
Well, I do the furniture too. That's the problem because I always see what I can do with it, and I always say I have intent, but I don't have the strength to follow through with the intent. Well, that's what I have a lot of.
Have
the
you
intent built up.
Pick up to them?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
She does it too.
Oh, they have
Well,
all the
I
items.
like
She just is a picker.
Okay.
picker. Well, I like to upcycle things and remake things. That's the thing. I see too many things that I can remake into this or that.
And I know it. And before you know it, you wake up and you got too much shit.
Well, I do like the ocean paintings in my profile picture. So I'm always looking for like wooden trays to do those on, and I put those. That is a tray right there, the ocean thing. That's painted on an old wooden tray that I found with handles, like you put on a coffee table type tray.
Yeah, I love those. We use those all the time. Like in every room, I've got one.
She painted
Well, they're
That is awesome.
usually only a couple dollars, and then you can do your art on it.
Tell Ken about how you put that picture on wood.
Yeah, it's a little wooden tray that I redid.
But you use that thing. Do you do your shirts on that too?
Oh, I do.
That thing-
That's a piece of scrap wood that I took, and then I put a
What's it
coating on
called?
it. Sublimation. The
Oh,
little picture, the photograph for somebody.
And you like burnt it on the wood?
So I have a sublimation printer. What it does is it prints backwards, like the ink. It's a special kind of ink printer, and it's how you make shirts, mugs, keychains, all that stuff that I make. Cups. So you can also do it on wood. So it has to be like the right thickness or whatever. So I have a pile of scrap wood. I put a coating on it, which has a polyester binding to it, and then you put the paper on it backwards, tape it on there, and you press it for a couple minutes with a certain temperature. And then when you take it off and peel the paper off, and you're left with a photo on wood.
And this is what you use to make your trinkets and stuff with?
I do make keychains and little things, all kind of things. Well, I make a lot of things really. kind of all over the place. I'm like a serial.
Because we were tossing around, you know, the ideas of what we were going to do for our merch, and what was the most cost effective way, because you know you don't make money on YouTube. You've got to figure it out through your merchandise. And when we were talking, I was like, well, some of this stuff couldn't we do it ourselves like Dolly does and cut out the middleman? Then you make more profit. And when you do an initial investment with equipment, it'll pay for itself in the first month if you do it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't over inventory and have pre-sales.
Mhm.
So
that's the hard part. Once you get the equipment, then your next thing is stocking up on things, and that's where it can. Because I have like blank puzzles, but you know I can make children's puzzles, stuff like that. Like if I design a picture, somebody gives me a photograph, I could put a photo on the puzzle, or I could do a character from online, you know, with their name on it, cup, stuff like that. But then you have to have the blanks, and then if you buy them on Amazon, for instance, this one's gonna cost $30, $40, and then you're gonna want more blanks, and then it gets addictive, and you're gonna want more blanks, and then what is it that you know what I mean? You got to keep track. I'm not good at keeping track and the bookwork part of it. I just like doing it.
Right.
It's fun.
Well, I was thinking, you know, if he is making his soap and he is making his shirts, then he bought the equipment initially, and now everything's clear profit, and that's how he's generating his cash flow.
Somewhat, yes and no. So he has a separate merch shop that somebody goes out to somebody else that does a lot of the things. Now he makes shirts with like the vinyl, like the he'll do like the Cricut kind of machine or silhouette. Like I have a couple silhouette machines that do that too, but I don't like you have to weed the vinyl. The machine cuts it out, and then you have to pick the excess scrap off, and you have to iron it on. You have to have a heat press, or some of them do take irons, but I have a heat press. I have a couple of heat presses too in case one back, you know, screws up or something. A portable one, and then I have a 15 by 50.
What is the ballpark figure when you get a press? How much do you spend on equipment for that?
I get the biggest one you can, because if you get a small one, like you can get a 12 by 12. Actually, in the craft store now, I've seen them at Michael's. They sell 12 by 15s, I think, or maybe 12 by 12s. You know, like a paper size, a little bigger than a paper. And if you get that, that's going to be hard to do like a men's shirt. You have to be real careful. You might be able to slide it around and do different sections of the shirt, but that would never work for a full size men's shirt. So what I'm saying is I went with 15 by 15, and as soon as I got it, I already wanted a 16 by 20, because my printer, my sublimation printer, can do 13 by 17 paper. I just don't have that size paper. I do have 11 by 17, which is good for a men's shirt though. But the heat press I have costs $600 plus shipping, and then I have the small Cricut one was $250, I think, that I have.
Okay.
And that one's portable, so you can bring it on sites with you, like if you're doing
that's awesome.
I like that one because you can tuck it away.
A what store?
E-store.
Do you have an e-store? My husband wants to know.
I don't really do that because there's so many different things I do. I usually can I always have people coming and saying, hey, can you, because they just know, you know, okay, can you do me this, that, or this, you know what I mean? Kind of like that. So that's busy enough for me. If I wanted to, I could apply myself and do more. It's about the time and effort, I guess you could say. How much time you want to put into it.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm probably not going to go the t-shirt route. I think that's overdone. So I'm probably going to do something, and I think the voodoo doll scared people. So
funny,
I thought about maybe gypsy scarves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something like that.
Like you would have them knitted, or you would put your label on it or something?
Well, I'm not sure. I would like to maybe get fabric, you know, like from India, you know, where gypsies really come from. Right?
They don't come from India.
Oh, they come from India somewhere?
They come from Russia.
No, they don't. They come from Romania.
That's Russia.
There's
Whatever.
different. I thought there was India too, because I've had some of those ones made in India.
They have beautiful fabric over there in Curry, but they have nice fabrics. I don't know. I was just kind of tossing around that. I saw an ad and it made me think for a minute. That would be something that's forever changing. The colors, the whatever's bedazzled on it. It's something that I wear a lot. Stevie Nicks wears a lot, and it's kind of the gypsy thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's
that type scarf, like what Stevie Nicks wears. That type thing.
You just made me think of jingle bracelets too, because that's a gypsy thing. I just picture a little bracelet with like some bells on it and shit like that, because that's gypsy-ish. Is that a word?
Do I have a mod in here besides you?
Oh, come on.
Hold on, I got it.
Wrong chat. That's all right. It's the same troll that they hit my channel all the time. It's probably gone.
I blocked.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh boy.
Anyways, you can't have a scarf, dude. You're blocked.
Like they say on airplanes, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Got it.
Yeah, I used to make wreaths, made money doing it. No shit, Daisy Joe. I would love to do that.
Ooh, those are fun too.
Yes, I can get all kinds of ideas when I do that. I mean, I can like go get a grapevine wreath and a bunch of picks, and before you know it, I got a wreath. I love doing that.
Yes. So I took a piece of wood, like the one I did the picture on, and I put Elf's face, Elf the movie, because I'm like, I have this addiction to Elf, and I can quote the whole movie. I've seen it, right
Awesome.
This is Elf season. Once Thanksgiving's here, I start quoting the movie. I drive everyone crazy. I even have a friggin' Elf costume, and I've worn it Christmas shopping. I'll yell across the store, I'm singing! I don't care. But I made a wreath with his face. His face is in the center, and I did the green poofy stuff that people make wreaths with all around it, and I made it look like...
That's awesome.
I'll show you a picture of it once I hang it up. I have to decorate.
That's one of my favorite all-time shows. I just can't believe that.
Oh, it's classic. You gotta like Elf.
I'm going to share this real quick before I forget. Woody Allen anxiety. I'm going to share it on my I told her I was going to share it yesterday, and I completely forgot.
Oh my god!
Let's see, which one was it? Was it that one or this one? There's two of them. I'm going to share this one.
Chaotic. I do have
to. It's short, so. The YouTube streets can make you feel like Woody Allen, can
it? Been told a time or two. Yep. I'm just smiling. Smiling's my favorite.
That's funny. I typed at SA and it brought up Saturday Night Live. Isn't that coincidental?
We smile all the time, especially when we get to it. Yes. No, it's not. It is. No, it's not.
There, you'll get a kick out of that. Let me check my message right here real quick and see who this is. Okay. Okay. You tell me what you have heard on the streets about this Wandra girl.
Wandra.
Sarah comes to my party in costume. Chaotic Beauty wants you to come to her party in costume.
The full suit, full elf costume. It's like, it's probably, it's not quite as good as my Gumby suit, but it's up there.
Gumby, damn it.
I felt so cool when I was in my Gumby suit handing out candy. And like I said, I realized after all the kids left, I had tons of kids. Like there was a whole parade that came here, and it's very unusual for my neighborhood. It was very strange. But anyways, I was in my Gumby suit, and I realized none of these kids even know who I am.
They don't know who Gumby is because that was so long ago.
After, because I bought the costume like 10 years ago, and these kids. Damn it! I feel so distraught. Nobody knows who I am. Oh, I thought it was cool, but. The hell with it. They don't know the classic.
Did you like Night Court?
Night Court. I think I did used to watch that with the because I remember the little guard, the guard with the bald head, right?
And the big Bull was his name.
Yeah.
And Marky Post.
I can't remember that. Just know I watched
John
it.
Larroquette.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Harry and the Hendersons? The real
Oh my God, I
Sasquatch?
wrote that movie at one point. I probably can still. Yeah, my favorite parts were the cheeseburgers.
You know, Bigfoot is something that's not trademarked, so you can sell whatever you want. That's Bigfoot.
Oh, because I see what you mean.
It's
'Cause
not
he's unknown.
copywritten or anything like that. Yeah,
I love Bigfoot.
I do too. I would treat them like they do on Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Get them some cheeseburgers, Mom.
Can't sit on my couch.
The videos that you've seen of this Sarah Wandra and this Stacy, what did you think of the Doomsdayers?
She sounds absolutely nutty as hell.
Do you think she's in psychosis?
Do I think she's what?
In psychosis?
I think she has definitely some kind of mental illness. I'm not sure what, but there's something going on. I mean, you can see just from the clips. I mean, there's one where she's crying. I mean, just to put yourself on video, she was crying about the Lord in one of them, and then singing about the Lord in another. She's all over the place, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She
And
could
what
have,
did you think of him?
I didn't see enough on him. It's like he was in the background and stuff too much, but his speech sounded weird, and I don't know if he was talking funny, like doing baby talk to the animals, or he really talked like that, you know, when he was talking to the cat.
They talk baby talk to each other.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were doing it on purpose. I didn't get enough info from clips I saw, you know. But I didn't like how animals. She was like almost abusively yelling at a dog, right? And saying, did you see the thing where she's like, I'm giving the cat attention. You're going to have to stay there. She was talking like he understood her. Dog didn't know. You could tell he was just rolling up in a ball. He was scared of her. You see him how he like recoiled? Like,
she just wanted a crotch to smell.
He's like, he was afraid to move. And they were letting the cat play with his bone. And it was weird.
Let's see, she says. Daisy says, I think they've done something very bad and she's lost her mind. Exactly. And she knows she's going to hell for it. I agree. You hit the nail on the head. I think that she lost her cookies with whatever it is that these people have gone and done.
Something was spilled out. My first initial thought before I even seen clips of them was I just felt like there was an accident. I feel like they're not all there clearly. Maybe they're not aware of their surroundings. I feel like maybe where there was a secret scooter conversations and they didn't talk about it because it was part of the investigation. I thought maybe they're looking for the scooter because it was his and he would have had it. And I thought maybe one of them hit him by accident, you know, and maybe it wasn't a malicious thing to start.
That's smart thinking too. Now I thought it was the child scooter.
Because they look like they're malicious killers. So my first initial thought, and I don't know if I feel kind of like I'm still going to go with this story, that one of them hit probably him with the car. And maybe.
I thought the scooter was the child's. I thought that they were
was on the scooter in the neighborhood. I think he was driving by on his scooter looking for kids, and one of them backed him over or something. Nobody saw it, and they grabbed the body and hit it, and then panicked, didn't know what to do, and buried it. You know what I mean? And one of them in prison probably said that they hit him or they had the body. They got scared and hit him in the yard because she's charged with not reporting a corpse. So maybe she saw what he did, if he did it, and one of them ratted on the other. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like it was something like that because I can't tell, you know. That's just one of my.
I want to ask you, is this a scenario that could possibly have happened when they came to her and were going to arrest her that day? And they probably said, do you know anything about Monkey and being missing? And if she said, no, I don't know what you're talking about, is that where the charge would come in?
The day that when they first
it's dated the same day. So does that mean Monkey died that day, or that's the day she obstructed justice? Sometimes
I'm wondering if he spoke in jail or admitted or something like that, and then they got the information, and then they went up to her and were like, "Hey, we heard everything."
Definitely, I think that too. But did she deny it?
Oh, maybe at first, and then maybe it came out later, and they're like, you didn't
And
report
that's
the
where
body.
the date comes in, because they say on or about that
Mhm.
day, she
Oh, wait a minute.
withheld evidence. To me, that was the day she was questioned. Do y'all agree?
That too, and then I
Not
realized,
necessarily the day he died.
yeah, and they also said somebody in the house. So that led me to believe, remember they had other people there, like that guy and friends and stuff that lived there and different roommates. One of them might have heard them talking about it. One of them might have said, hey, these people said that they hit a kid or they hit, Michael Vaughn or whatever. And then it could have been presented to them that way. One of their roommates or something might have found out, past roommates, and then told on them too. It might not have been either one of them. I just feel like where the scooter came out and it was kept kind of on the down low. If it involves a scooter, what's a kid do on a scooter? And it's risky with cars around. I don't know. It's just something I
Right,
thought. And I'm not the only one. Other people say that too. Doesn't mean that's
right.
what happened. Just a theory.
I didn't even think that. I'm glad you said it, because it hadn't really crossed my mind. I was thinking it was the
Same
kid's scooter,
was
and
right
the cops saw
there.
it there, and they were like, "Oh, well, dang, you ain't got kids. There's Monkey Scooter. What
He
is the
seemed,
deal?" That's how I took it.
yeah, he seemed very active. They said in all the videos, he's running around, driving his cars. He just seemed like all American boy. And man, I could just picture kid running around. That's what they do. They go around on their scooters, bikes, looking for kids to play with. Something that
Daisy
could
Joe.
happen.
Daisy Joe says, "My son has scrupulosity, spelling it's
Scrupulosity.
where he thinks at some point he has blasphemed God and is doomed to hell for it. It put him in the hospital for 2 weeks at a time."
Oh, see, is this a psychological? Is it a disorder, or can it become? I've not heard of this one, and I know a lot about psych stuff. That's stuff that I've heard of. Interesting.
Something very bad can go there too and dwell on religious things.
It triggered.
Also, given my experience, I wouldn't doubt it if she isn't being tormented demonically.
It could have manifested and tortured, triggered, and manifested into that behavior. Yeah, knowing the knowledge or a piece of the knowledge could have manifested into that. Or is that something that can happen, Daisy? Yeah, something.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm going to Google that. I've never heard of
Yeah.
that before. Yeah, she said exactly.
Oh, and she was talking about the fortune cookies being demon controlled, and she won't open the
Yes,
fortune.
I saw that too. Girl, eat the cookie. What is wrong with you? Screw. Let me see.
Pathological guilt, anxiety about moral or religious issues.
Control the fortune cookies and what they put in it, and I was sitting there going, no, girl, they're pre-printed. You just open the cookie. But it's not like tarot readings and psychic stuff, But I mean, that's where she went to the different level of it, you know. So she was tormented by cookies, triggered by characterized by
Triggered, definitely triggered, wasn't she?
anxiety, moral or religious issues. Okay, interesting. I kind of want to read about that. We learned something new.
It's a form of OCD, Sarah.
That makes a lot of sense. So is it treated with medications and therapy? I'm assuming most people maybe. Is there medications that help with that, such as OCD med?
It says it's treated with cognitive behavioral therapy, specifically exposure and response prevention.
Oh,
ERP often involves confronting your obsessive thoughts without engaging in compulsive behavior.
huh. Does it say anything about different medications that are often used?
This could definitely be her.
Yeah, she displays
They
characteristics.
would probably use anti-anxiety meds along with
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
the cognitive behavioral therapy, because that's what they do with most OCD.
I haven't heard of this. Is he doing?
Me either. That's interesting, because I have a sister that's like that. That is like, she's just extremely. I don't know if it's a form of schizophrenia or what, but she she gets obsessive about religion, and that is a symptom of schizophrenia. They're either really, really, really satanic, or they're really, 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 really Christian, or they're really, really, really Muslim, and then they just take it to the umph degree, you know.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A form of schizophrenia, you said?
They said it was a symptom of schizophrenia, that a lot of times that they'll get, you know, what is it called? Hypo-religious.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do that every now and then with people. She did seem like that in the videos.
Yeah. Yeah. And I definitely saw maybe drug use. And I know that her charges previously involved drugs. My son has it horrible. He has therapy and is also on medication. He will go a week or two and be fine, and then boom, I get a text saying, "Mama, give up. I've blasphemed and I'll pay for it."
Oh my Lord.
Well,
that sounds tormenting. Well, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we'll pray for him.
Yeah, it sounds like he's literally in torment then when he's having the episodes or triggered. It sounds awful.
When did that start? Was he a preteen or teen? I'm just curious. I know a lot of stuff like that happens in your adolescence.
Yeah. Hormonal or experience triggered, or both. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Mine was definitely triggered with my hormones. I mean, I'm bipolar, along with PTSD and all the other things that everybody else has now because America's hurt. But I can remember like having a boyfriend in school and it not being a big deal and who cares, and then having a boyfriend in school and feeling like I was going to die if he broke up with me. I took it so seriously in my mind, and I made poor decisions and was promiscuous just for attention. And I was in a bad. I needed therapy bad, where I'd left, my mom and went to go live with my dad. I really needed therapy, but such is life. So,
wow.
Yeah. Well, I am a man. I guarantee that is a part of the problem with this condition. If you aren't talking about God or reading the Bible, you are hell-bound. It started in his early 20s. My stepsister was into Shout at the Devil. And my older sister, the one that I'm talking about, she would come in with the Bible and want to rip the poster down of Motley Crue. And it was all for that we were going to go to hell because we're in here listening to Shout at the Devil.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my God.
That just Guitar Hero. That was one of the songs on the Wii video game. Shout at the devil. Shout.
It's like, girl, you ain't watching MTV enough. That's a headbanger's ball.
Well, I have a cousin that was kind of in a religious cult, I guess you would say. I just remember being a child and I didn't really pay much attention to it or know much of what was going on. But I think I'm going to look into it now that we're all talking about this, because he was on Maury Povich for getting out of the cult. My cousin.
Oh.
He was on Maury Povich.
Do you remember the cult where they were going to get on a spaceship and they all bought Nikes and they got those purple shrouds and they all drank something and they laid down in bed and the guy looked like the dude from My Favorite Martian?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, no.
What was his name?
He was Mr. Hand on Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the teacher.
Yeah. Well, he didn't look like that then.
Yeah.
Nike shoes specifically.
What the hell was it called? It was called Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate, yeah.
Heaven's Gate cult. Yes, chaotic. Thank you.
How did the Nikes come in?
I don't know. That's what I want to know, man. Why not Adidas?
Oh, you guys all know about Everybody knows about it.
How's it gotta be night, man?
Somebody just educate, please. So I'm educated, thank you. Because I don't know anything about
Yeah,
this.
definitely Google that. You will be watching that. I mean, there's all kinds of video about it where they go into the crime scene and everybody is laying in their bed like this with this purple shroud over them and these damn Nike shoes. Let's see. Daisy said he isn't like that. He thinks he's blasphemed, which is the only unforgivable sin according to the Bible. He will dwell and dwell and dwell. I've had to tell him the fact that it troubles him is enough to know he hasn't done anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it does sound, like very OCD like.
What's laying in the? Yeah, it was like a. I wish he could pull stuff up, but he can't. Yeah, let's see if I can find it right here on my phone here. Every time he tries to pull something up, everything goes haywire. So I'm gonna just pull it up right here.
It's still funny to hear him in the background, though. I like that.
I don't know if it's because we don't have enough internet, what you call it, or maybe because our computers are too close together. I don't know what it is.
You mean like those little gray fuzzy things around your screen?
Well, that too. No, but like when he tries to pull up a video, his whole screen will go like this.
Well, I don't know how to do any switch screens, add things like you guys do.
This guy.
What do I have to
see if you can see this. This guy.
Okay. Right there. Is it the older man?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know about this.
Don't he look like the guy from My Favorite Martian?
Oh my lord.
Doesn't he?
That's funny.
It was. They were like a hippie couple that just went. I don't know. Maybe they dropped too much acid. I don't know. But they were a couple that started off, in the hippie movement, and they just kind of went bananas.
Sorry, I had to move my dog. Barking at me. Here, have a seat.
It's sad that if she is a part of the occult, I didn't know you had a ninja on your panel. He even talked like a weirdo. Who's she talking about? Oh yeah, he was freaky. Yeah, he would talk about. Well, he believed in Martians, and he thought that's why I thought he looked like My Favorite Martian. That the spaceship was going to come down and save the planet, and I'm not really sure why they felt like they had to die, but they said that Halley's comet that was coming was a sign that their spaceship was coming.
Where do Nike shoes fit into any biblical
I have no idea. Why not Puma?
I'm pretty sure Nikes weren't in the Bible.
I know it, man. That's crazy.
Far out. I got to learn about this. I hope somebody does a show on this because I need to know about this. Intrigued.
I'll do a show on it. Hell yeah, I'll do a show on Heaven's Gate. That freaked me out, man. And it was right around the time this guy from high school had gotten into Amway, and he was trying to get me into Amway.
I got it.
And then people would go, Emily's a cult. And then I saw this Heaven's Gate, and I said, oh shit, my cleaning products are from the cult.
Yep. That was the pyramid scheme, the Amway stuff. I remember that.
Yeah.
They all drink.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a Kool-Aid. It was another Kool-Aid scenario. He had them all drink freaking Kool-Aid.
My goodness.
I know.
Suits, white Nikes.
Just stick to the plan and drink this.
Wait a minute. Did they die?
Yeah, they all died. Every one of them died.
Oh, my
I think
God.
like 8 of them left before the spaceship came.
What kind of Kool-Aid were they drinking?
gonna take this off my background. What do you think? Should I take it
I
off?
told you that before you started.
What about the?
Stop,
Did he die?
Ken. Did who die? The gremlin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he died with them. Huh. So we killed everybody basically. I can't believe I didn't hear about this. Oh, I like nice tree.
Is that one better?
I
I'm trying to get rid of that fuzz over there. I'm not sure where
Alright.
I'm missing my. I think it's right here. Is where. Let me try this. I forgot that's why we put this here.
It might have to do with some light, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Like maybe the green needs more light or less light, something like that.
Let's see
Or
if
maybe
this
you're
No,
did that help?
no, it's not shining on it. It's shining on your back.
What if
Okay.
you tilt your computer from your side to your left a little bit, maybe?
Like that. I got it, honey. I got it.
Here.
Okay. All right.
It's not fuzzy.
It's starting to rain and get dark here. So
Yeah.
and we have a skylight and it's taking all my light. We have a big skylight in the studio in here.
No
Yeah.
fuzz. No fuzz. It could
So
simply be
what time do you like going live?
me.
Yeah.
Oh, when I've done it, I've mainly done it in the day, midday kind of thing when I have a chance, you know.
Okay. Okay, good. All right, good.
I really haven't done much, but if I did, it's probably my prime time to do it would probably be between somewhere between 11:30 and 2ish, I guess.
Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna try to go regularly around 4-ish. If we all get into a rhythm, you,
Mhm.
me, Alicia, and the rest of us, we can get,
Yeah.
a schedule going and have them.
Anything,
So,
anybody starting after a 2:30 is good for me too, or a 3. It's kind of hard for me near dinner time, and a lot of you guys are earlier. Well, not all, but it seems like earlier time zones. Right now, where I am, I'm on Eastern. It's 5:30.
yeah, same here.
Oh, okay. You're in the same zone. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like a lot of people are mid.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
And she's in Florida. So
Okay,
if we all do a time slot every day, we'll have a rhythm going, and we don't have to go into the troll channels.
Yeah.
We defected, and we started our own damn team.
Yeah.
Yay. I'm a big team, dude. Oh,
Okay.
God.
Wait. Is that
So is that Stedman? Yeah.
cool?
If he comes up, it gets that loud thing going. I'd love for him to join in, but every time we try to do that echo shit, so we'll just do this. He can holler.
If it echoes, it's if you're in the same room, you're picking each other's mic up. Probably. Are you in the same room, kind of?
Oh, yeah, we're like right next to each other. He's like right there, and I'm right,
Problem.
and we're under a skylight.
Okay, it's the mics picking each other up, probably.
Here he is.
That's how close we are together.
Let's see. I gotta switch my camera. Oh, there you go. Oh,
Wake Forest.
look at your green screen.
Wake Forest. I was trying to show my Wake Forest sweatshirt.
Oh, you want to come back on?
It's our college team here, Wake Forest. Yay!
That's cool. That's a cool angle.
It's the closest thing to Ivy League we got. Wake Forest University.
Wow.
Who do you pull for? New England?
Yep, you got it.
Patriots?
The Patriots?
I'm
Hopefully the stand will have some NFL. I don't have any Fox or whatever it is that you got to have to watch NFL. And I've gotten to watch an NFL game in a long time. And I would love for us to all, watch it together, popcorn wings and, Zoom a NFL game and talk shit.
Oh, cool.
I think that would be fun, you know?
I'm still bitter about the Patriots, though, losing Tom Brady. Like, still, I can't get over it because I really wanted him to retire here. This is where he belongs. I'm pissed about him leaving. I really can't get over it.
Yeah. Daisy Joe, has any of y'all watched The Handmaid? I want to.
Oh.
I've heard a lot about that. I stay so tied up in this bullshit. I've started watching a lot more like Christmas movies because I got to get off this this YouTube drama train. It's not healthy. It's not psychologically healthy.
No, it really does mess you up.
It's abnormal. It's abnormal behavior.
Yeah, I had to think of it like that too. In a way, I did. I realized the patterns, and you get kind of addicted to it, and the unhealthy. It really did become like that. You're right, absolutely. And the negativity.
The Handmaid's Tale. Brady will retire as a Patriot. He's got some rings, don't he? Is he really getting a divorce, y'all? Why is she doing that?
Who said that? Oh wait, I think I did hear. I thought it was a rumor. I
think she's leaving him, but I can't understand why. Now you get to have them.
He's got hella rings.
Yeah, I know.
When he
7.
came for his game, when he came
Yes,
here
he's
for
getting a divorce.
Yeah.
My UK Wildcats play Michigan State in hoops tonight. All right.
Wow.
Does that mean you're not going live, Coach?
He should go live and let us see it.
I wish
we don't have like cable. We have like Roku.
Oh.
So we don't get to watch NFL or games like that.
You might put the stream.
Everything's on demand.
Yeah, right. We switched the cable around near football season.
Live at 10 and game starts at 7. Awesome. I love basketball. I love football. I've even gone to a few hockey games that I thought were pretty awesome because we've got the Thunderbird hockey team there. We've got the Panthers football team. We've got the NASCAR. You name it. We had the Hornets and then they sold. Yeah,
I got the Sox, the Bruins, the Celtics, all the.
Oh yeah, that's awesome! I love the Celtics. Hell yeah!
Yep. Are you doing the football picks at Jimbo's? Because
he doesn't have cable. He has Hulu. Okay. Say it again.
Are you doing the football picks at Jimbo's? I kind of wish I did it now.
I didn't. I got caught up in the music, and I didn't really pay much attention to. I couldn't believe Knocking on Heaven's Door was getting the same amount of votes as Stairway to Heaven. I was like, they went to like a castle to write Stairway to Heaven and like dropped acid for 4 days straight, and wrote that shit.
They're not really comparable on the same level in my book, musically talented, skill-wise, creativity-wise. However, it was the way it was mashed up,
Because Knocking on Heaven's Door isn't a Guns N' Roses song. That is a Bob Dylan song.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan wrote that.
Yep, and it's much more simple and less complex than the other one. But, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Some people, they just think about the listening part. I always think about what went into it creatively and everything, and I think about it a little deeper.
She said that the Handmaid's Tale is on Hulu and to check it out. And he said that Celtics are my favorite team. I did too. Larry Bird was the shit.
Yeah.
And do y'all remember Lenny Bias? Do you remember? Was that what his name? He played for a while, and then I think he had a heart attack or something. Anyway, I probably don't remember him. He was from the 80s too.
We watch Red Zone on Sunday, and it's like, and a lot of this old sports stuff are on continuously, between that and the other stuff. And they do old clips of old Celtics games and everything. And I can't get over their shorts because they put old Larry Bird games on and stuff sometimes. And the shorts they used to wear are so high. The basketball shorts.
Yeah. He's saying Bias would have made the Celtics even greater. Yeah, man, he was awesome. And he died way too young. I think he had a cocaine habit. You're not allowed to play Stairway to Heaven. Tarsha, why?
You just remind me of
person, guitar plays Stairway to Heaven, and it's just like voodoo, hoodoo bullshit. You don't do it, they don't allow it.
They don't allow you to play that in guitar shops.
comes in and used to play it like remember on Wayne's World? No stairway.
The shorts are short.
Short. They're still like shorter than what I wear. Shit.
He was tall, wasn't he, Larry Bird?
Mm-hmm.
He was huge, a tree.
Yeah,
that was back when basketball was really exciting. Because I remember when I was pulling for them with my little sister, we were also in school and we had won the Frank Spencer Classic. And I remember going to the basketball game and it was just the shit. And our band was the shit. And it was just like I had all this school spirit. It was like, I tried out for cheerleading. They were like, "You're too spastic." No. I didn't.
I was too ADD for that.
Get out of here, you weirdo.
I was too much into sports to want to be like a cheerleader anyways, the cheerleader type.
Well, I was trying to get into sports by being the cheerleader type because I was trying to do something physical because I couldn't really do anything. I'm not very coordinated. And all my friends were cheerleaders. And the way they do cheers back then, it was very militant and like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were like, how did it go? When you're up against the Vikings, what you got is not enough. And they said I did it too fast, and I was too spastic. I was like, well, I can slow it down for you. You know?
Their loss.
Yeah, so I became like a scorekeeper. I'm not kidding. And me and my girlfriend would drink California coolers and then go try to keep score. We're like, were you paying attention? Hell no. Did you get that score? No, did you?
This is exactly what I pictured. Oh, shit. That's funny. Nobody was job.
What was school like for you?
I tried to do every sport I could. You know, I loved softball. I like basketball, but the problem was a lot of them crossed over. Some of them were at the same time. Because I've tried all of them, field hockey, soccer, but I mean, my favorite was probably basketball and softball.
All sports were pure in the 80s, Jimbo, don't you think? I mean, even racing changed after the 80s, don't you think? I don't know if you follow racing, but boy, when what is that guy's name that came on the scene and they call him Crybaby? It seemed like everything changed. Huh?
I don't know.
I can't believe I can't remember his name.
I don't know. I got distracted and was thinking of Johnny Depp when you said Crybaby.
Hang on a second.
Crybaby.
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah. He had a lot of you can't this, you can't do that now, you know. He took all the fun out of it. I guess because people were getting killed. I don't know. But you know, you're a race car driver, you're gonna wreck.
You know. That's it. People were dying.
So they had to tighten their ship up. You remember what cars looked like back in the 70s when racing started and what they look like now? They're in cages.
Oh, I know.
It's nothing it was in the 70s when I would go. Because, you know, there's like Gray. There's a racetrack where, you know, it's a smaller type racetrack. And it was just so simple back then. And now you look at it, they're all in this stuff, you know.
Yeah, everything active.
Stadium for a couple laps.
Yeah. Yeah, it's loud. I can't stand it now. I'm too old for it.
We drove around the track.
Yeah, we did that too. We took one of our sons, his best friend loaned us his car to go run some errands, and it was souped up, and it would make this woo. If you did this certain thing with it, it would go woo, you know.
Oh,
And so he's like, "There's nobody down at Bowman Gray, and the gate's open. Let's go." I was like, "We're going to get in so much trouble." You met Richard Petty? That's awesome. And he did. He took it around a couple of laps. And we could hear it doing that whistle. It was awesome.
yeah.
Don't tell him.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fine. We used to have in downtown Charlotte when I worked there. They call it Uptown, but I worked in one of the high rises there, and you could see down when they would do what they called Street Week. And they would block off all these roads, and then they would, you could meet race car drivers, and they would have their car there, and you could check it out and meet them and stuff. And it was really neat.
well, that's cool. I get too
Yeah.
scared of car stuff, crashing and stuff.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. When I was younger, when you're young, you're fearless. But even then, sometimes I remember getting down to the floorboard of some of my friends where they would have a 5-speed and take it down in the dips of the curves in the mountains. Oh my God, my heart would be. So what if somebody's coming the other way?
That's my preference. I like a 5-speed. I feel more controlled, like and stuff. My ideal car would be a van, 5-speed. That's what I like. It would have to be custom made. You can't ever find a van with stick. Or I haven't, anyways. I kind of want an old school bus too, like a miniature one, and soup it
Oh,
up.
my husband wants to convert one of those.
Helps in it, so I could have a store on wheels.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be like a wait a minute, food truck. All right.
Yeah, like a food truck, but you could put like your all the stuff you sell in it and go around to like different beaches or something. They have like hot dog concessions and stuff, and then you can just pull out your merch. There's a lot of people around here that have the buses redone to sell their merchandise, and they paint them all kind of funky colors.
That's fantastic. I love that. I like recycling anything.
Yeah, and there's a
Just
couple
like,
school buses. Yeah.
When you're thinking about all the clothes that go into the landfill and stuff like that. I mean, why when there are people that need it?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. You got it.
Are they calling for snow where you are?
I'm not sure. I'm going to check it out now that you say that, because it kind of has that crispish feeling in the air, like it's coming soon. It's a weird.
When do you usually decorate?
Anytime soon. I still have some pumpkins and Halloween stuff that's, I gotta probably get rid of all that soon.
I've got to throw my pumpkin away. It stinks. It's on my back porch.
Well, I painted a lot of the pumpkins and stuff like that, so they're, I only carved one of them just to carve it, but I don't want to get rid of them.
Daisy Joe says I had a Mazda 3 5-speed, was hit a year ago, November 3rd. Front end man was going 60, totaled my car, hit and run. He knocked me into another vehicle all the way across the median. I missed that car. Wow, I'm sorry.
Oh. Going 62 sounds kind of like what happened to Jimbo and Thelma.
Yeah, it does. The Mazda 3, I'm trying to remember what the Mazda 3 looked like. They're small, aren't they? I can't remember.
Is your car totaled? I mean, wrecked, unfixable?
She said he knocked me into another vehicle. I don't know. I don't know. Daisy Joe, did it total the car?
Oh, yeah, it does say totaled. Totaled my car. I just
She says I missed that car. Mazdas are good cars, comfortable cars.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're comfortable.
See, what I have is a minivan, but it's not a soccer van. It's actually a truck in disguise. That's what I tell people. if you open the door, I like the remote clickers. You open your door. I have all the seats. I have the kind of stow and go that fold down. It's the ideal
Oh,
van
okay.
if you see things on the side of the road, or if you're a picker like we are, you see something, you grab, it's gonna fit, because I have fit full couches in there. I have fit twin beds in there, full. Just pop them right in comfortably. And there's no seats because they pop right down and go under, and they disappear real easily with a couple clicks. So it's perfect
You
for
got
me.
the stow and go,
Yeah,
seat.
I don't want
Yeah,
anything
that's
but stow
awesome.
and go. Since I've had it, and it has 3 DVD players. Not that you need 3, but they're there. And
Yeah,
it's cool. I like it. If
that is
anything,
nice.
like that branch you saw me hauling on the beach, I just flung it right in there. It's still in there.
Yeah, exactly. Love that. Do you have straps?
Strap?
Yeah, do you take your straps with you everywhere you go? We do. We
What,
have
to
the
tie?
ratchet one, the
I
ratchet
don't need it
strap.
because everything fits inside.
Oh, okay.
I
We
mean, I
usually
fit
have
like,
people.
yeah, that's why I don't want anything else unless the seats fold down like this. And I don't know if they make other things like this.
Right. Daisy said he ran a red light. I was in the right lane and a truck was in the left. Guy on left seen him and braked, so the dude hit me. Yes, total loss. Real small car, great on gas.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like what your nephew had. Tracy. I think he had a Mazda 3 when
I
we
think you're right.
yeah. Has a little bitty window in the back, I think. Yeah. I love a 5-speed. I think they're better on gas. I can control my car in a wreck. I mean, to me, like you said, you've got total control of your car then, rather than the car kind of doing what it, I don't know. I just really like a 5-speed. Tore the front end of my car off. It's a wonder it hadn't killed me. If I had gotten up far enough for him to hit my door instead, I would be dead. Oh my gosh, Daisy Joe. Good Lord.
It took me
Wow.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
thing about driving. You don't necessarily have to worry about you hitting somebody. It's somebody hitting you,
exactly. It's true. I think about that a lot. I kind of watch because you can tell when there's people not paying attention or whatever, or when they're swerving around or whatever. I kind of keep an eye on them.
Am I mod on your channel?
Tore the whole front of my car. Oh. So that is a small car. You must be small. That is. What happened? Were you in the hospital long?
I'm not sure what a Mazda 3 is. I can't picture it.
They're small. Can you
Oh,
skate?
lucky you're here. Can I what?
Skate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was
really?
a street skater for a while, and like the stunts and tricks and stuff. I used to when I was in Boston, I'd do a lot of stuff and do crazy things, jump off stairs, curb grinding, all that stuff. Yeah.
You
I
got
was
any
a big.
video?
I don't have any. It wasn't like a thing back then.
Oh,
Well, maybe video
I
cameras were. I didn't
I
have anything
love
like that.
watching.
I've taken some bad wrecks, I'll tell you that. I'm better on rollerblades than ice, but I did play a lot of roller
That
hockey
is
too.
the same thing. My daughter and my grandson both said the same thing, that rollerblades were easier. I can't skate.
I feel
Like I
so
told
much
you, I'm
control
not
on them.
coordinated.
I'm
Huh?
I'm so controlled on them compared to ice. So I used to play a lot of roller hockey actually.
Wow.
That game I like, but not on ice. I'm not like as controlled on ice. It took me a couple days to get used to rollerblades when I first got. I still have my first pair I got when I was 14 years old. I still have them. I painted them up to look like Converse.
And did you have
I kept them.
zingers?
Zingers? I'm not sure what that means.
Wheels.
Oh, I have the last wheels I put on them were they're a special, like a street wheel. and they're not as rubberized because I used to wear wheels out a lot and have to get new bearings and wheels a lot, and they were kind of expensive for me to go get new wheels.
Charlie K says hello, real gypsy soul. Smiles. Hey, Charlie K. Glad you're here. The stand said, very small car. Thank God you are still with us, Jay-Z Joe. Yes.
Too bad he took off.
I know you still suffer from that wreck because, like, where I cut my toe off, it hurts like shit sometimes. And another place in the same foot I broke, I like snapped it right here in half trying to catch a plane in Cleveland, Ohio. So when that song comes on, Cleveland rocks, I always say Cleveland sucks, Cleveland sucks. She said I had to go against. Yeah, I know. She said I had to go against my insurance. Someone chased the guy, but he lost them, never found him. He was driving a white Jeep Cherokee, though, man. Missing the front bumper and side panel.
Damn.
Glad to be here. My son's name, Charlie. We named him after Charlie Brown. Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. And I am Lucy Van Pelt.
That's
Can
right,
y'all see that?
Listen to Lucy.
I like to give a lot of advice, and I'm a bitch.
This is Charlie Brown season. This is when they used to start putting all these shows on TV, all the specials.
I love Charlie
Rudolph
Brown.
and the Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I think they
Charlie
still do
and I
it.
were talking. Charlie and I were talking earlier today about when you're a kid and you wish that I've been called Charlie Brown my whole life. I love Charlie Brown. What was I getting ready to say? When I was little, everybody wants to change their name to something. I wish I had that name. I wanted Sally, and my baby doll was named Sally, and she had blonde hair. And
Sally.
As I got older, I realized that was Charlie Brown that I was watching.
That's funny.
So I love Charlie Brown. Yeah. If you were a character in Charlie Brown, what would you be? Who do you identify with?
Geez, that's a tough one. In one way, kind of Linus, but I don't walk around with my blanket. But the antisocialness, but he didn't speak either. I think Linus, when I thought about it when I was older, I think Linus has autism.
I kind of felt like Linus is also is Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh. That character, that person, the persona is the same. And like Winnie the Pooh is also like Charlie Brown is also like SpongeBob. And like Squidward is the one with anxiety, and he's like the bunny rabbit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That was just on before this show. Actually, that was just on in my house. The SpongeBob Christmas album. I'm like, I
love SpongeBob.
And Squidward
I like Dexter's Laboratory too. Have you ever watched that? Dexter's Laboratory?
No, I've never heard of that.
You never heard of Dexter's Laboratory? No. It's this brilliant kid, okay? He's this brainiac who goes and develops a laboratory in his basement. And he has a dingbat sister that he calls Dee Dee, you're so stupid. And when I read about why does Dexter speak with this German accent, he kind of sounds like Burgermeister Meisterburger. And I looked it up, and it said that the person who created the character Dexter's Laboratory, whoever he is, he's somebody famous. He said for some reason he just always pictured a mad scientist having a German accent. I'm thinking Freud. Oh, really? Yeah, but it's a good cartoon.
No, I never heard of it. That's weird.
He developed a pill to give his dog so that it would talk instead of bark.
Oh, cool.
And when he gave it to him, the dog would say dumb shit like this, like, "Come here, I got to show you this thing. I got to show you this thing. Come on, man. I got to show you this thing. Come on, hurry. I got to go see this thing." And Dexter was like, "Oh, we got to go. Oh my God, what are we going to go see?" And he took him to the refrigerator.
It sounds like the other mommy, mommy, mom, mom, mommy.
Yeah.
The one with the
Yeah.
what's that one? I can't think of it.
So it was like God knew what he was doing when he had him bark instead of, "I need a bone, I need a bone, I need a bone, I need a bone." They bark instead.
Ooh, interruptions. I got to figure out something right now, actually.
I already had shrimp today.
Did you? While I was asleep.
I had my lunch. You had tacos, and I had a shrimp with spaghetti.
Never mind.
Oh, I'm probably going to do something like that. I'm probably going to do tortellini.
Yeah. Spaghetti, no shrimp ever. What? I love fish.
I don't like fish at all.
He hates fish.
I like. Well, I
Fish
wouldn't
is
like.
easier for me to digest than beef. What's that?
I didn't eat fish till I got in this family either because I identified it with the smell in the grocery store. But once you actually live and hunt and fish with a charter fisherman, you know, and catch your fish and eat it, kill it and eat it that day, there's no scent to it. There's no scent like there is at the store. I would never eat anything in the grocery store that's seafood. So, you know what I mean? I learned that there's a difference. Or if I want to go get clams and make chowder or something, I'd literally go in and pick them out of the sand myself. You dig your hand in the sand until you find them and you pull them out, or you can use a clam rake. Once I learned to do all that, it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you just stick. You drive to an island. We just know where there's spots. You can drive your boat to little islands and go find the good spots. And there's nobody. You can like see nobody for miles. It's like, you know, you just go get your clams, quahogs, stuffed quahogs. You ever hear of that? That's a big
What? David just said, "Yo, my niece ate some sushi the other day and got worms." Are you serious?
A lot of people like that. Just can't do it. Just doesn't look good to me. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I actually eat it a lot.
There's literally warnings in pamphlets when you go to restaurants about eating raw stuff. It's the same like people that go to bars and eat the raw mussels and stuff. And they just slide it right down. It's all slimy looking. No thanks. It looks like the texture of booger. Can't do that. Nope. I gotta have cooked food.
Yeah, that's where when, you know, we have like a Food and Drug Administration and we have like a health department and we have like health codes and there's certain HACCP things that we have to follow when we are using temperature probes with meat and things and buffets and that kind of thing. But in foreign countries, they do not.
No, they
don't. When they come here and open up a restaurant, you have to train your employees to do it the American way. Right. And sometimes shit happens and, you know, Granny had to come fill in for Bob and Granny don't know that he ain't supposed to cut that onion on the floor. So, you know what I mean?
The cat is a pet, not dinner.
So, seriously. A lot of people have to consider that sometimes they haven't culturally evolved yet and understand, you know, you can't just hire someone and assume that they know how to do it the American way. They know how to do it their way. So, you know, give them a break. They don't know. But anyway, I know like when I would travel overseas to certain places, because I sold internationally for a while when we were going through a lawsuit, the company was, and we discovered that we could still sell abroad, but we couldn't sell domestically until the lawsuit was over. And because we were owned by a UK conglomerate, we were able to do that. So I had the opportunity and pleasure and experience of getting to go So like I went to Mexico and Canada and some other places. But my point when I went to Mexico was they all told us don't eat or drink anything there. And
yeah.
one of the guys with us was hungry and he got a salad. He's like, well, it's a salad. What, well, they had rinsed it in contaminated water and he was sick as shit the whole damn trip. Yeah.
So, yes, you're right. When my daughter she went on a missions trip to Belize and built a church, with a group, which I was scared about that because they said not to leave, the group because you can get kidnapped and trafficked, that kind of thing. And I was pretty scared just having her go there because she's blonde hair, that's what that's one of their targets to steal. But
that just happened to Alicia's family,
I know. When I told the story, I was just thinking about, the missions trips that some of my family has gone on and stuff like that. And it scared me when they left to go to these places because they would warn you not to leave, where the group is and everything and not to go off unless you're with a group. Stuff like that, but that's one of the things they said, not to drink this or that or the water, or you'll get sick. You'll be sick for a while when you get back. Your body's not used to that,
Right, and he wasn't thinking that they were going to rinse the vegetables in water.
I know that's not something when you're just hungry, you're thinking about picking something safe. You're not thinking about that part exactly.
Well, they didn't have to cook that. I'll take it. And
That's. But yeah,
I wonder if some of the spices that they use kill bacteria in the gut.
That's something to consider. Different countries use a lot of different things like that, and maybe that counteracts it, and their body's used to it.
What movie were we talking about? .com? I don't remember.
Elf.
Oh, we talking about Dexter's Laboratory? That's a cartoon. I'm an idiot. I'm not very sophisticated. I watch Dexter's Laboratory. No, I used to watch that with one of my kids.
I'm so stupid.
I don't eat any kind of seafood.com says. Really, there's something that we get locally that is so good. We have a lot of restaurant owners here that are Greek, and they can cook so good. They can cook.
Right.
And they make one in particular restaurant makes popcorn shrimp. And I've been everywhere. I mean, like I said, I used to travel a lot for my job, and it's the best popcorn shrimp.
Usually fried, yeah, it's usually good. Like if you get a batter fried fish or something like a fillet, like a sole or something white, then it's just as comparable to chicken. And literally, if it's fresh, and usually the restaurants here, they're caught right off the boat and they go right there daily. They have a market, Nothing sits around or is frozen here, so it's caught and right away eaten, and it melts in your mouth. Like I said, I associate it with grocery store. It's not like that, and it doesn't have the odor if you kill it that day and eat it. But I never ate seafood either till I, married into this family. I was like, hell no, I'm not eating that. It took years for me to eat any of it. Now I love it. It's so weird.
I like Cajun salmon over a salad. I think that's awesome.
I haven't never tried salmon. That's something I haven't tried because when I look at it, it's dark and I don't understand how it would taste. I guess I'm afraid because a lot of people cook it with mustard.
Grill it and it won't taste at all. Grill it on a
what it would taste like. It's the color that gets me because it's not like the other fish. I'm like, is that going to taste gross and fishy or something? I don't know.
I like that.
I haven't got the
I think to myself, back in Indian days, back when I would have been a Pocahontas, I would have stabbed in fish and eaten all day long. I love it. I would have been so happy to just have my spear and eat my dinner.
I'm going to go to the pond and spear something.
Yeah, dark meat, I have a hard time digesting. I have irritable bowel. And, because of all my mental health issues, it always comes out in your gut. All my anxiety goes straight to my gut. And anytime I eat, any kind of meat other than fish, it really upsets my stomach.
Huh, that's
But
weird.
I eat it anyway. I mean, I love fried chicken.
Except for steak or burger or something. I do eat cow, but that's about it.
Yeah. My that's like the older I get, the harder it is, and I wonder if it's hormones they're putting in it. That's not agreeing with me,
Yeah, that
or
could be.
preservatives.
Oh, it could be that too. I've developed, as I got older, a severe intolerance reaction to different toxins. Like I thought it was you. I mentioned it too. I can't have. Oh, maybe it was Rose. MSG and different chemicals like really get me. It really affects me greatly that I can't eat it, and I have to watch everything and read every label when I shop. From soup cans to broth, I can't cook with most things anymore because they use hidden words. I had to learn all the hidden language on labels that they hide MSG. They don't all say MSG, and they're not required to say that. So I had to learn how to differentiate and pick my food. It's so annoying.
You're
Like,
probably going to live longer though because you're being picky. All those
it's a
chemicals are
neurotoxin.
nasty.
It's a literal neurotoxin, and it is in most of our food in the grocery store. That's the messed up thing.
Tina had posted something the day after Halloween, and it said, if you want to know why your kids act up the day after Halloween, read the ingredients on some of that candy.
Oh, I did see that.
And I was like, she's so right, man. That is so right. It
Yeah.
was like dye red.
Red
And dye
dye
red
number
makes all kids psycho, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what. When my daughter was younger, I learned both of my kids had a intolerance to the red dye number 42 when they were younger, and it took me a while to figure out what it was. Like it was I can't remember all the reactions, but I know she had some rashes and weird things happened to both of them, so I had to eliminate that too when they were younger. So it's really weird. It's true. That's a bad one.
It can make him psycho. Like Ken had a neighborhood kid
Yeah.
who he could not have red Kool-Aid. It would make him hyper.
Red.
It would make
Yeah,
him hyper.
get hyper from it. Mine didn't get hyper, but they didn't tolerate it well, I'll tell you. That red dye 40 is bad stuff.
Red dye.
I don't know why.
That's interesting.
We're still learn about that. We look into
Kill us through our food, through our immunizations.
Yeah.
Better put some allegedlys up there. I'm contradicting the government. Can't contradict the man. They'll shut you down. But well, I guess I'm gonna get off here and go start dinner. And are you gonna go live anytime soon?
Me? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I like to do the thrift store when I can, but it's since the big ow frig that hurt. Oh damn it! Since the big C happened, I see. I remembered to say C. They cut their hours, so it's only Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So I have to wait till Thursday for a thrift one. But unless I think it's something, I don't know, in between, because I want to do a virtual thrift. I think that would be fun. I think that would be fun.
I would love to see that, and I would love to see what you find.
Yeah,
I mean, you never know what's going to happen,
Different every time.
Yeah.
I'm also always looking for old silverware, particularly sterling if possible, although it's always more, of course. But I do silver plate too, because I make
I've
things
been
out of it.
collecting these little red china plates. The toile. I love that shit. I don't know, but I think it's so pretty.
I have a friend that collects the wall. She has one of her guest bedrooms all in toile, the wallpaper, everything.
I love it.
Yeah,
to me, it's so old South,
A lot like Willowware too, which is the blue and white plates.
Yes, to me, it's like plantation.
That's a popular one.
Love that. What is that? I guess the era would have been Victorian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Victorian stuff. I like Victorian houses that are abandoned. I follow some of them on Facebook.
I love all that stuff too.
God, I do too, man. I would love to have something like that in this day,
I know. Actually, you know who you just made me think of is BK's new house. I love it. That kind of
I do
thing.
too. And they decorated beautiful.
Oh, decorating would be so fun, and it's got so much history in it. That's what I like about it.
Daisy Joe says my dad collected blue willow. I love
Willow.
that.
Yeah, willow. I have some pieces downstairs because I was making them into my mosaics that I do too. So I have a lot of broken willow ware.
Oh, okay.
I've done some pendants too because you can cut it up. I have a little trim saw. It runs on water and it cuts with diamond blades, so I can cut into pottery too.
We'd love to watch that, Sarah.
Yeah, I
You got a
know.
lot of things you could show us.
I gotta get that shop cleaned up because there's a lot I can do down there. I got a lot of cool tools.
We don't
there's
care
never
what it looks like. Artists are messy. It's okay.
Yeah,
We're artists.
I kind of learned that when I see others, and I'm like, then I don't feel bad. I'm like, oh, maybe that's what it is. Because you're always
Yeah,
starting.
you can't create if it's all where it's supposed to be.
When you see it on TV and on YouTube, you see the people with the beautiful shops in the background. I'm like, I want mine to look like that. What the hell? And then I'm like, well, maybe they could do it for filming. I don't know. I don't get how people can have it so clean. That's what I want, though.
That would drive me bananas if it was that clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my hair is always falling out and I'm a slob anyway. I want to be a neat freak. I aspire to be, but I'm not.
But no matter what, I always know where everything is in that room, okay? I always know where every piece I need is.
That's all that matters.
That's why I'm going to run with that.
I do think about this, though. When I'm thinking existentially, when I die, somebody's got to come clean up my mess.
Don't get me thinking on that. I'll start hyper focusing on it. It's true. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to leave behind tags so they know what to sell it for.
Right.
I'm like, this is gonna go to waste. No one's gonna know the proper
I
value.
think about that all the time. I'm like,
Okay,
I was telling Alicia last night. I go, our grandkids and their kids are going to come back and watch our old ass videos in 2045, and they're going to be like, Grandma, who's Ernie Shell? You know what I mean? Isn't that funny?
That is pretty funny. That's a good one.
So that's hilarious.
Still be wearing it. Sorry about that.
It's like what are they going to understand my photos and my Facebook? Are they going to know where they're at? Are they going to know that that's,
It's
you know
gonna
what I mean? I hope I tagged everything good.
I
don't
like,
eat
what's
my favorite hush puppies.
They're gonna have different technology, so this is gonna be old crap, antiquated, two-dimensional crap. They'll probably have dimensional.
Oh well, if you like salmon patties, you would love grilled salmon because salmon patties have way more fishy flavor than a grilled salmon.
No, I have
barely. You taste the seasonings, yeah. But a salmon patty, oh, I love that. My mom used to make those for me when I was little. I love those. When my kids were little, and I would make them for them, I told them they were Krabby Patties. You know, oh, great, yeah.
That is funny. I told my son, I gave him a hamburger and told him it was the Krabby Patty because they look like hamburgers to make it cool.
Salmon.
He's not had a hamburger yet. Isn't that might be kind of weird? You know, my kids don't drink soda, or they never did. Isn't that kind of weird?
They don't drink any kind of soda?
No, my son.
No, you're lucky. You're probably very healthy then.
I had soda 19 in March, and neither did my daughter. She has now since she's 24 and everything. But it's just like if you don't buy it, you don't really want it, I guess you could say. But except at friend's house or something, I guess. But it's not ever been asked for, so it's like, why bother? No, I've always just preferred water.
Yeah, that's good.
I
bet you have pretty teeth then, because soda will rot your damn teeth out.
That's what they did get good dental reviews because of that, I think.
That's awesome. Lots of fluoride in the water.
Yeah.
I worked for a dentist when I was in my 20s, and they made me like a hypochondriac about my teeth. And thank God I've only had one cavity in my entire 52 years of life, because when they're in my mouth and chunks are flying where there's sandblasted in my teeth, I think to myself, I don't think I could handle them drilling.
It's awful. It is awful. You can feel it.
Yeah, so I'll just keep brushing up like the sky, down like the rain, round and round like a choo-choo train. I had to dress up like a clown and go around to daycares and schools and teach them that. And then I'd give them their little pack and their little red things the red pill that they put in their mouth, and it would turn their whole mouth red. Remember that?
Did you have? Yeah. Did you have to dress up as? Did it have to be a damn clown?
Well, I was the clown, and the girl that I was with that we did it together, she was a dental assistant, and I was just the receptionist. But she was Minnie Mouse, and I wore the clown costume. It was fun. Yeah. Sometimes it scared the kids, like at the daycare. They would be like, oh, I just trying
Where
to
do you
tell you
think some of our adult clown fear comes from? Childhood clowns. I hate clowns.
No.
I almost
But
died
her
when a
being
clown
Minnie
showed up.
Mouse, it helped. But I remember one kid in particular. She was my daughter's best friend, and we had her daycare that day. And I didn't tell her I was coming because I thought it would be a surprise. It scared the shit out of her. I kept saying, it's me, and she was like, I was like, never mind. Here's your toothbrush. Good luck, kid.
You caused PTSD.
But when you have face makeup on, you forget that you've got it on.
Yeah,
and I'm just like talking to her like regular, and she's like, what? This clown came and saw me, and it sounded like Amanda's mom. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's funny.
Well,
now I'm going to picture you as a clown when you hang up. Oh my God.
I've had so many jobs that ain't even funny. That's the part of, being bipolar, and I'm bored, and I'd beat my feet, work a year or two and beat my feet, work a year or two, beat my feet. Get bored, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Restless. Well, I guess I'll head off here and go cook dinner. It's getting late.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Thank you for coming up and hanging out with me. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Anytime. You crack me up too.
We love you.
You too, Stedman.
You can come on. Oh, there he is.
Nice hair.
Oh all right. Well, you have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow, or if I don't talk to you tonight.
All right. See you, everyone.
Okay. Oh, are you going to be in chat later tonight? I'll probably see you there.
I am. So I'll be around. I'll see some of you probably. I'm going to be looking for info, for the boy. I'm still waiting. I don't know if they did any digging.
I know everybody is. Don't forget to go to the community page of mine and watch that Woody Allen video. You'll laugh your butt off.
I'm going to do that now before I AD.
Okay. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Good night, y'all.
You may not be as strong as me.